There's some new Star Citizen videos I have not watched yet. Let's watch them together, you and me. Right now. Live on stream. On YouTube. This one is called 4.1.1 Mission Compostable. Compostable? Compostable.
I like making missions because it's an intellectual challenge and it's a creative challenge. I like playing through the content and seeing things through a player's eyes and trying to craft an experience.
Do you think players like missions?
I hope players like missions.
We like the missions when they work. We love it when they work. Let's turn on subs.
In Alpha 411, we are going to be dropping about 60 new missions, and it's going to be our biggest
6-0? There's really that many new ones?
drop since 4.0. Let's start with our big headliner, Hunt the Polaris. Hunt the Polaris is a mission where the Frontier Fighters have stolen a UEE Polaris, which was bound for Invictus.
Any mission with the humongous ship is great because it means there's a chance for you to steal that humongous ship, try it out, and fly it.
And they're trying to escape with it and get it back to Pirate. Your job is to stop them.
We can't let them get away.
In order to stop them, you are chasing them around Stanton. You have to search for them, you have to ambush them, you have to defend other ships from them as well as they continue on their path to Pyro.
When you encounter the Polaris, it won't be alone. It will have some Frontier Fighter friends as backup.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What's really cool about this mission is you don't even have to do it alone.
The Polaris quantumed away.
The UE have sent their own guys as well. And there's a hammerhead that, if you keep alive, will help keep you alive too.
Oh, so there's NPCs that will help you. I didn't realize that. I assumed you had to bring a crew with you in a big ship. That's good. If that's true, you can go in one medium-sized ship, maybe, and if you hide behind the hammerhead, survive. I'll test this later.
I think it'll be a really good test of just how strong your friends are, and yourself too.
Next, there are 12 different patrol contracts split between Headhunters and Foxwell.
Foxwell being the faction that gives you the legal version of these missions, and Headhunters will give you the illegal version.
Foxwell Enforcement, they've hit hard times, so their background checks and whoever they hire.
Dude, Lars's beard is looking good. Did you see that? Hold on. Look at Lars right now. Look at that. I can't do that blue. I mean, we could paint my head blue, but
So their background checks and whoever they hire is a bit more loosey-goosey.
Headhunters are now operating for the first time in Stanton. The Headhunters want you to patrol an area of space that they consider their own and make sure their interests are allowed to operate safely.
The patrol missions in 411 are a little different than our standard missions. We wanted a mission that was not linear. You will go to a point throughout space, and it will randomly generate between our pool of current objectives. Currently, there's 4 objectives that it can generate between. So you'll go to point number 1. It will pick between one of those 4 objectives for you to complete. Once you complete it, it will send you to another point in space where it will generate another objective, and so on until you've completed 3 points.
so they're not the same every time. They'll be slightly different, I believe, if I heard that correctly.
Scans are showing outlaws inbound.
Objective 1 is a traditional kill all the ships that appear. That doesn't really require any more explanation. Objective 2 is protect a ship that's under attack from the bad guys. Objective 3 is a new objective called Search and Destroy. And Objective
with the return of the firework festival there, or firework celebration when you blow up those satellites. OGs will remember that scanning mission from many, many years ago.
4 is what we're calling the empty objective,
Not seeing anything.
where you show up and actually nothing happens.
The
I have
nothing
to say
mission.
that so people don't think it's a bug.
Yeah, those things. Those are the ones that blow up into fireworks.
Search and Destroy is a new objective that we've created. We wanted an objective that was less heavy on combat.
The player will go to the location and they'll receive a certain number of areas to discover. It's up to the player to go there and ping and scan with their ship scanners and discover what's going to happen. The player may discover...
Speaking of pinging and scanning, I don't know if you guys saw this in the patch notes. Apparently that helmet that has all the horns on it, that Wicklow helmet, if you hit the scan ping wearing that helmet, you get little V markers above other characters around you. It seems like that's the first example of a on-foot scanning system. Have you tried that yet? Okay, back to the show.
Friendly probe, that's one of the UEs. You're just going there to make sure it's all operational.
Everything is in order?
Or you may discover that there's a hostile one. It's been hacked by another organization and you're there to destroy it.
Seems this satellite's been hacked by outlaws. You're gonna have to take it out.
In some cases, if you destroy it, then the people who own the satellite won't be very happy with you, so they'll QT in and start attacking you.
Target destroyed.
We're hoping that if this mission goes over well, we can slowly add to that pool to make Patrol a sort of mission that will continue to expand upon until we have, say, 15.
Those MFDs look very different. Is that what the inside of the Fury looks like now? I don't think I've been in a Fury in this new patch. You guys see that? Oh, that's the new Guardian inside. Ah, okay. Not the Fury. Thank you, Panda. It's in the chat. You can't see it on YouTube because you're not watching live. You should be. Please watch me live on Twitch.
There are 20 random objectives that can trigger, but really we're only going to do that if you guys like it, so let us know how you feel.
I'm Lucas Baransko, but my students call me Gilly.
I didn't know the video played now of Gilly. Cool.
Long-time players might remember Gilly from the tutorial from way back in the day. Gilly is a very experienced combat veteran. It was really good to have him in the game the first time round.
Gilly also appears in 3 new Invictus training exercises where you'll be able to be shown what a patrol mission could be like.
Prepare to engage.
This is not a tutorial, but it is a series of increasingly difficult combat scenarios.
These Gilly missions are great because they allow us to have a easy system to jump in and have different levels of challenge without needing to repeat over and over and over again in the standard bounty hunting to get there. Because you have to do so many very low threat to get to low threat, and then so many to get to the next, and so on and so on. Where these Gilly missions are one and done. Step 1, step 2, step 3. I love that.
These 3 missions are so that the player can feel like they're part of the UEE, so that they can get a taste of what it's like to be part of the organization that protects Stanton.
Congrats on completing another part of your course.
These are just here while the Invictus event is on to add a little bit more flavor.
Oh, one of my favorite ships, the Apoa Cartual, has not been upgraded or really updated in a long time, but it was one of my first favorite ships in this game because it showed me everything that's different about ships in this game versus ships in Elite Dangerous, even almost 5 years ago.
There are also now 12 new ambush contracts, also split between Foxwell and Headhunters.
An ambush mission is where you lie in wait.
This is a wild hoodie. Sailor Moon. It's a Sailor Moon hoodie. Sweet.
For your target to appear before striking them fast and hard.
So it's a mission for...
No, for tactical masterminds. So Foxwell is giving these ambush missions because they are being paid by outside contractors to take down dangerous individuals around the Stanton and Pyro systems, which are causing trouble for their clients.
Nice. Done.
And Handhunters, well, they just ambush anyone. They want stuff.
When you get to the ambush location, you will be asked to hide inside a new high emission zone.
Which means that the enemy can't detect you when they jump in. So first there's a wave of scouts that...
So I love that this mission is the first time ever in Star Citizen we have been able to park our ship, turn it off, and be undetectable. You're in this like emission cloud or something, but I want that in other parts of the game. Much like all of us that love science fiction, we just want our ship to be a hunk of trash on someone's scanners, you know? It's a trope we've seen many, many times in many movies and books. We're getting it in this mission, but I want it in the normal game.
That shows up, and they're going to scan for their valuable transport to arrive on time. And since they don't detect you, they give the all clear. The target arrives, and that's the moment you jump out of the high emission zone, which will make you appear on radar, but it's too late for them to escape, and that's when you take down the cargo hauler. I'm really excited about these missions because the high emission zones will unlock further options for anyone to make really cool missions.
If only
both immediately and
we
immediately.
had those kinds of player animations after completing missions. Did you see her like waving her arms and smiling and laughing? I want that. I want emotes that we can do while sitting in fighters.
Many of these new missions have a chance to spawn an ace pilot.
This guy's just picked up a ship that we've tagged as
Oh yes, the ace pilot stuff.
extremely dangerous.
They are either aligned with the headhunters or the UEE. You won't always know when they're going to arrive. So they will always be a sort of rogue variable inside those missions that you'll have to deal with.
Talking about their skill level.
Oh yeah, their skills crank. I can't crank it any harder. So skilled is definitely their name.
Also, these ace pilots, I've heard that sometimes have console script on them, or the other script, one of them. Also, collecting their helmets is something you're going to want to collect for Wicklow missions. So if you take down one of these ace pilots, you want to fly over there and actually like loot that body. Take the helmet and see if they have any script on them.
And if you are lucky enough to be able to take him out, you can loot his corpse, and he will have some considerable
Just what I
amount
was
of
saying.
guild script on it.
Now, why could they not animate an image for the script? Can we look at that? Why did they go to all the effort to make two different kinds of script for Pyro and Stanton, but not give us a PNG of what it looks like? Okay, I just wanted to point that out.
Out of guild script on him. These script are in-game items that you
There
can
it is.
pick up and collect.
Looks like a bar of soap in the inventory.
You are getting one script for the council and one script for the mercenary guild. And
this is Beskar.
You can use them as currency for collector missions. He really, really wants these guild script.
He also really wants burritos. I mean, who can blame him?
As part of Invictus, we are adding our very first ones as a kind of scavenger hunt around the halls.
Oh!
Where
That's cool. Kind of like the way we get the little Lunar New Year envelopes and the little Luminalia presents. Very cool. Who remembers when people used to collect Luminalia presents and sell them to make lots of money, and then CIG had to like nerf the prices on those presents? OGs remember that.
We're also giving them away as mission rewards for the new combat missions. So there will be even more ways to get those new collector ships. Oh, there's also new collector ships this patch, but I don't know what they are.
I do.
I think there is a Intrepid Wicklow ship. Is that right, chat? Let me know if I'm wrong or right.
Of course, It wouldn't be Invictus without visiting the Invictus halls.
This year's Invictus Launch Week returns to Area 18. As you're in the shuttle and approaching the Battle Convention Center, you get met with the new slogan of this year's Invictus.
Defending the future.
As you walk out of the shuttle, we walk into the lobby and we take the elevator down. We get met with the beautiful hologram of the mighty IDRIS itself.
I want to real quick say that this is not the first time we've had an Invictus event at Area 18. A couple years ago, they gave us this event at Area 18, but it cost us something near and dear to my heart, and that is train surfing. There was a place at Area 18 where the train would go underneath one of the walkways, and you could jump off and land on the train and then surf. But when they added this expo hall, they changed the routing of the flying trams, eliminating that moment where you could jump on top of the tram. So OGs who missed the train surfing, so do I. It was one of the best parts of Area 18. All right, back to the Invictus stuff that I don't care about.
As we're walking further into the halls, you'll be able to find all the new ships for this year's Invictus. We can see that
anyone out there also not care about these events? Put it in the comments if you're like me, or argue against me on this.
Invictus looks a little bit different than what we're used to. This year Invictus will not feature different daily
this
layouts,
pirate,
but instead has a
pirate? My words fail me. This tiger paint job on the weapon and armor is actually pretty awesome.
This year Invictus will not feature different daily layouts, but instead...
I kind of want that tiger armor. All right, I'm not going to lie. No, these events are great for new players because you can rent all the ships. I'm just being a curmudgeon about it. I'm sorry. This armor is great.
Has a better, well-crafted layout for the entire duration of Invictus. We can see that there's extra care being taken in the presentation of the ships. This really shows the might of the UE. At the entrance of the halls, we can see the rental kiosks. This is where you'll this year be able to rent the various ships. Make sure to return to these kiosks as they are on a daily/bi-daily rotation. Invictus this year is not just about ships, but it's about the way that you customize your ships. How you create your own experience with
the blades. Pretty sure these are the blades that Spectrum went crazy about, thinking that they were AI turret controls. They're not. They change certain flight characteristics, like higher top speed.
With your vehicles, and how you truly make your vehicles your own.
But they could be AI turrets in the future.
So let's check out the IDRIS tour at Area 18 Central. As you walk and you look up, you can already see that the IDRIS is hanging straight above. We'll go towards the IO North Tower and take the elevators up. As we continue over the platform, we get met with the IDRIS itself.
In the PTU, people kept stealing this IDRIS. I don't know how they did it, but it was pretty funny.
Please take some time to explore. I'm super excited about Invictus this year. I think we've done something a little bit unexpected. I think the way that everything came together really clicked this year. I hope that...
It's a great location for this, up here on top of the tall tower with the sunrise or sunset. Very pretty location. Good choice.
That everything came together really clicked this year. I hope that the players will also see the care and love that we put into making this year's Invictus special.
Yes, Invictus is cool. I'm sorry for saying it wasn't. Okay. Ah, the new animation for the Polaris front guns. I think they should be louder, but I do like the new animation. Although the weapon shoots way slower now.
Overall, 411 is a big suite of ship combat content. It's been a little while since we've gotten to do something like this. We've heard some of the criticism that sometimes we're FPS citizen, and we hope this goes some way to help address it.
I have never heard someone call this game FPS citizen. Is that a thing? I've never seen that comment on a video. I've never had that comment live on stream. Very interesting. Never heard that once. Just wanted to put that out there as someone who has 4,000 hours live streaming this game over the past 4.5 years. Please follow on Twitch and TikTok and YouTube and Twitter. Thanks. Okay, back to the show.
How do you feel?
Frames per second, citizen? That's definitely not that. Negative frames per second, citizen.
Having this patch sit on your shoulders.
I think it's a lot of pressure, but it's also very, very motivating. There's a lot of work to do, but we know we can do it. Just got to get it done.
I do really like the Inferno a lot. It's been one of my favorite combat ships for a long time in this game. I feel like it keeps being a good ship, and then it's a bad ship, and then it's a mid ship, and then it's a good ship again. I can't wait to figure out where this ship is going to live in the level of ships, but I like it.
And as you can see, this
Yo,
year's
look
Invictus
at Jared's
is going to operate just a little
mustache!
differently than years before. Now, in addition to the more than 60 new mission contracts being added to Alpha 411, there's also a new way to earn secondary currency for Wicklow and, in the future, his guild brethren, new ace pilot set.
Other Banu collectors?
Test the mettle of our greatest flyers, and then, of course, our first tour of the IDRIS Peacekeeper and a more robust convention center than ever before.
Wait, is that what the IDRIS P stands for? IDRIS Peacekeeper? Peacekeeper? How did I not know that's what it stood for? Okay.
One that loses the rotating inventory to highlight all the ships arriving at this year's event simultaneously. There's also those new flight blades y'all have been talking about online, and even some weapon and item packs that'll let you breathe new life into existing vehicles like never before. You can learn all about that stuff on the robertsspaceindustries.com website as the event starts proper on May 15th. And then it continues to cycle through all of our manufacturers every 2 days until the end of the event. That part stays the same. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the people and process of game development with you, and we'll start learning about the last 4 vehicles making their debut at this year's event next week. And then the week after. It's a 2-week thing.
Is there a secret ending? There's some more. Yes, secret ending.
1 minute later. Oh. And before I forget, the ISC team is hiring. We're
Mustache
looking for more of
gone.
the game capture folks. You know, those people that make the B-roll and stuff.
Is that special effects? Like my beard and the brick wall? Green screen.
You get to work in the most broken builds imaginable for like weeks before Evocati, and they're on NDA. So, and then you have to try to make unfinished stuff look great. It's legit some of the hardest work that we've got. But boy, is it cool and fun, and you get to work with some of the best people. Not me, but others. You know, you can find the listing at cloudimperiumgames.com/jobs.
Oh, they're hiring.
Right there at the bottom.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why does he have the puppet on his arm? Was there other puppet content that they cut?
Okay, that's it.
There must have been other puppet stuff there. Okay, interesting. All right, so that was Inside Star Citizen. I didn't see it last week, so I thought we'd watch it together this week. Pretty much just a summary of all the things that are in the new patch. If you've been following the PTU updates, then you already knew all of that. I added my 2 cents when it was appropriate. But now we're going to move on to another video I have not watched yet, and I was waiting to watch with you. This is about a brand new ground vehicle. I know nothing about it. We're going to learn about it together right now. Here we go. Okay, first glance, it looks to be a heavier, like, Hummer version of the Ursa. Let's keep watching.
MTC is a military ground vehicle.
And it edges on the side of high-tech, but it's still that industrial.
Blast protection. That reminds me of Sega Genesis. Blast processing. If you're also old, you'll remember that.
Vibe.
It's like a clenched fist, compact, solid, and battle-ready.
Oh, I kind of like the animation of that turret. Most of these, the turrets slide to the side, but that one goes down from the front. Maybe that means it activates faster? I don't know.
It's massive wide body, big tires.
Great treads.
Huge bars at the front just means that if this thing is driving towards you, you want to get out of the way.
It allows you to bring more weapons to help people on the battlefield. You can never have too much firepower, and the MTC allows for that.
Excuse me? Not exploding in the water?
It's designed.
Can we rewind that again?
It allows for that.
Amphibious vehicle? How many of you have played this game for enough years to know how incredibly dangerous water is? Water used to kill on contact. And then for a while it didn't, and then sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. This is interesting. I'm definitely not going to drive mine through the water unless I'm prepared to explode. Okay.
It's designed.
The water animation looks awesome, though. Can we watch that again? That's cool.
It's designed for easy maintenance, yet when you look at it, it looks really put together and refined. One thing that was really important to us is making sure that you guys had access to things without entering the vehicle, so you can do a quick drive-by, pick up and go. So we put some personal storage on the outside.
Okay.
And we have a big cargo rack on the back.
Oh, cool.
And the side
Whoa,
door.
That's got an animation that pops up into the car. See that? Hold on.
Storage on the outside.
Watch.
And we have a big cargo rack on the back.
So there's 4 SCU there, and the animation goes in, and then those 2 back boxes go. Watch.
And the side door is a new
That's
design
cool.
based on this kind of chassis of vehicle where it has a really low form factor. You'll see when it opens, the door slides along the rail, and that means that when it's fully deployed, it actually sits further back than the tire, allowing you to fit it in more ships.
Interesting. Okay, so lower profile, so we don't need as tall of ships to go into. That's cool.
The MTC has 2 size 2 guns on the top. It can be controlled by the pilot, or secondary, it can be controlled by the remote turret seat in the rear.
Oh, and we got some gun racks there too. Cool.
This allows that second player can come in controlling the turret, and then when needs to enter the battlefield, the pilot can then resume control of the turret for battle.
I wonder if this thing can fit in the C1. I see you talking about that in chat. That'd be cool.
In first look, you see very simple design, but telling a story. It has 3 weapon rack. One of them is between 2 suit lockers for a heavy weapon, others for regular weapons. There is 4 component bay and 2 suit locker.
In the design of the cockpit, I tried to make...
Cockpit looks cool. It's got that yoke style steering wheel. I like these big red toggle switches. I don't know how many of these switches are going to actually function right now, but it looks cool. Oh, the speedometer is interesting. It's like these lights probably get brighter as you go to the right and it goes faster. I like this drive neutral reverse. Does that mean we're going to actually get that control soon? Because like driving the ground vehicles is not a good experience. We really need more control here. And maybe this is a hint that they know that. How many of you out there have a dream of using a racing wheel one day, specifically for when you're in ground vehicles? I know someone out there has a racing wheel and flight sticks for this game ready to go. I know you. I know the audience.
The balance between something cool and fancy and something strong and aggressive. I think we did it.
Wait, is there a blast shield on that side window?
Something strong and aggressive.
Yeah.
I think
blast shield on the side window. I want blast shields to go down on all sides of it. And then like maybe hologram or like camera vision, similar to what we have in one of those Fury variants, the missile one.
We did it.
The MTC matches similar speeds of, say, the Ursa.
Hold on, was that a geyser on the left-hand side of the screen? Just for a quick second. Hold on, I'll try to pause it.
The MTC matches...
Right there. Maybe that's a flare. For a second, I was like, is that some kind of geyser on a planet's surface? It's probably just like a red flare or a fire or something. Never mind.
Similar speeds of, say, the Ursa. But its improved handling characteristics is going to allow it to traverse, say, Daymar a lot better than the rest of the field. It's slightly shorter than the Ursa, and it's also a lot more tanky with it being a military-style vehicle. On the inside, you can carry a lot more weapons. It doesn't carry as many people as the Ursa, but like always, trade-offs.
This vehicle's for people who want to be the hero. Everything's going wrong, they're on a ground mission, and your ground troops need support. Over the horizon, they see this thing just come flying in, huge headlights lighting up the entire field of battle, and you're running towards it, and your enemies are running away from it.
I mean, that's a very nice imagination moment, but currently ground vehicles do not have that kind of power in this game in any way. Okay? just making sure we're clear, those of you watching in 2025, right? Okay. All right. That's the new Greycat MTC. Looks cool. Reminds me of the Ursa, but more battle ready. And it's not as big as some of those other big battle vehicles like the Ballista and the one that has the laser weapons on it. Still pretty cool. All right. Again, whenever I see cool videos about like ground vehicles, I go right to in the future. One day, ground vehicles might be amazing. That day is not now. Have you used one of the tanks? Come on. Not a good time, but maybe one day. All right. It's nice to dream, isn't it? I have one more new video that I have not watched, and I saved the best for last. The IDRIS. The IDRIS is coming to Star Citizen live build. Let's watch the video all about it right here.
Patience. It's not passive. Not idle. It's quiet preparation. Sharpened intention. Resolute.
Dude, that railgun? Can I watch that animation again, please?
Sharpened intention.
We need like the dubstep siren when that thing goes off. If that's not the railgun, what is that? I guess you're right. It's not the railgun. What is that thing? What is it? Giant laser. I thought it was a new animation for the railgun. Giant laser. K-Kit. Let's watch it again.
Sharpened intention.
Size 10 laser.
Resolute. To watch.
Giga laser.
And wait. So, you hold.
That's no moon. That's a
Against haste.
size 10 laser.
Beyond fear. Because you trust.
Man, can we watch that animation again? The day that we have animations like this, when our squad mates fly in or when opponents fly in, watch it again.
Because you trust.
That's not today. That's not tomorrow. That's years from now. But it is nice to dream. Continue the show. How long can that laser sustain that beam? Look at all those turrets going off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 6 turrets happening right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minimum. And the laser on the front. What's the weapon capacitor for this thing?
From that quiet, your moment will come.
Dude. The way the laser is the first thing you see right there. Hold on. Right here.
Your moment will come.
Tomorrow, May 15th. If you have the IDRIS, you're going to be able to call it in-game and use it. We have been waiting years for the IDRIS to officially be in the game, and it's been stealable and flyable for the entire time I have been making content around this game. 4.5 years ago was when I began playing Star Citizen on stream, and I still remember the first time I got to fly an IDRIS. You had to like glitch yourself into the side of the ship by standing on the side of a nomad or whatever. And like you could get the controls, and then it got a little better a couple years later. And then a few years later, they gave a full interior and there was the pirate IDRIS. And we didn't think we were going to get it in game until Squadron 42. But look at this. Here it is. May 15th. That might even be when you're watching this if I forget to upload it. Pretty cool. This has been me getting caught up to date on what is new and happening in Star Citizen. We watched Inside Star Citizen, all about 4.1.1 live build, playable now. We watched all about that new Greycat military car with the big lit gun on top. And we learned all about the new IDRIS with the massive laser on the front. The game's going free to play. Probably right now on the 15th through 27th. So sign up using the link in my bio or in the description. And I hope to see you in the verse. All right? That's it. See you soon.